Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do something a little more chill, kind of like what I find more interesting when I'm watching is just someone putting on their makeup and talking. So today I'm coming here with nothing on my face, absolutely nothing, and I'm just going to put on my makeup for the day. And we're just going to talk. Ignore my hair, I don't really know what's happening to it. I kind of just like quickly put some product in it. I was kind of trying to redo kind of like reuse what was in it yesterday, and it looks kind of dumb, so just, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, first I'm gonna put on some moisturizer. You all know I love my Vanicream, so I'm just throw that on because my skin is so dry. Especially like, I don't know why right now where I live it keeps going from like 80 degrees to like 60 degrees and my skin is just super dry, and I've just been going through it. I am kind of annoyed with myself because I know later tonight I'm going to want to go swim. So everything I'm about to put on is going to go to waste. But it's really difficult because it's hard for me to figure out the best time to go swim at this place that I swim at. Like I just swim like at my like Burt rec center. And there's so many old people around all the time. So I have to find like the best time to go there that isn't like super busy, because usually I'm like stuck between like just so many people and it's like so crowded, and yeah, it's just really hard to like time out. So I was like, oh yeah, you know, let's do my makeup and then I can like run some errands and then, you know, I can swim tonight. But then it's like everything that you put on your face just kind of goes to waste. So I live a very hard life in the summer, evidently, because these are the things that I worry about, you know, being unemployed and whatnot, because I don't start dental school until end of July. So right now I'm kind of like in this downtime, which is like really nice because I never have time off. I dropped a cat. Anyway, right now I'm putting on my SPF. I use the Cetaphil SPF. It's really supposed to be a moisturizer, but this is too thin for me because my skin is so dry. But I think if you have like normal to oily skin, this would be pretty sufficient for you. It's like a really thin texture. If you have a deeper complexion, I just go into like 2 pumps. If you have a deeper complexion than me, you might get like a white cast from this, unfortunately, but it's a really nice SPF. No one talks about the Cetaphil SPF, but I've been using it for a couple of years now and I really like it. I don't have any issues with it. And it's like not that expensive. I think it's like 16 or 17 bucks. And that little tube lasts you a really long time because you don't need much. But my other my other fear other than balding is aging. So I'm constantly using SPFs and just kind of taking care of my skin, especially my face and neck. I'm just wearing this like Adidas shirt because my other obsession lately has been watching the Complex videos about sneaker shopping. My sister and I watch them together. I'm gonna put on some not sunscreen, it's just that my chapstick, just Aquaphor, before I keep going. We just love the sneaker shopping videos on the Complex channel with Joe LaPuma. He hosts them. I think they're just so cool. We used to never care about this stuff, and now I'm like, I'm a sneakerhead. I'm a sneakerhead. I'm a sneakerhead.
Do you have these in my size?
9.5.
9.5 or 10 is probably fine. These two. Some girl stepped on these in the club the other night. Do you have these?
We're fully into sneaker culture. I own no Jordans. None. Zero. When Monica and I, that's my sister, you can check her out. She's on Instagram, Dose of Monica. I'll plug her in the description box. When we were kids, we wore like Nike Shox. It was ridiculous. Like, we totally no interest in that. But now we're watching all these sneaker shopping videos. Like, we have any idea what they're talking about, and we just think it's like the coolest thing in the world. So now I'm like, oh, I have to get Adidas. You know, I'm like all laced up like these people. It's so cool. I do really like Adidas. Like, I have a couple Adidas shoes because they're so comfortable, but it's a really good show. You should check it out. It's on Complex, like on their YouTube channel. I need to calm down. I'm like getting too excited. Okay, I'm trying to open up my eyeshadow primer because I'm gonna do my eyes first. I can't open it. My fingers are too sticky now. I always like doing eyes first because then I feel like you can be as messy as you want, and then, you know, it doesn't matter because then you can just wipe it away. Also, I really like to get like kind of like that V shape, you know, and it's so easy to do with makeup wipes. So I take a little bit, I like to blot it off on the back of my hand, put it all over my lid. As you can see in this kind of a video, I'm kind of weird. So I don't know if I was kind of covering that up in my other videos, but this is who I am. Okay, I'm all primed. I'm gonna set that with my Wowder, my favorite powder. I'm sorry if, you know, I keep using all these Glossier products, but I really, really love Glossier. I just love their whole like brand aesthetic, and I think their products are really good, and people kind of sleep on them. Also, like all the beauty gurus don't think that they're heavy enough, but like that's like my thing, is like not wearing really heavy makeup. And you all already know how I like to set my eyelids. This is nothing new, because when I did like my full-on smoky eye, so I did it. And, you know, once I kind of feel like it's like pretty well set, I start to kind of blend that around. I think that I'm just going to kind of do something kind of fairly smoky, maybe with some shimmer on the lid, because I don't tend to do shimmer a lot, because I kind of have hooded eyelids, so when you do shimmer, it kind of gets everywhere all the time, and then you have to deal with it. But I notice when I set my lids like this, the shimmer stays on a lot better. Usually if I just like go in with shimmer, then it is a mess. Also, I realized like if you just start with the shimmer higher than your lid, then it doesn't look like it's transferring, it just looks like it's purposeful. Here we go. Gucci. Ugh, my hands are so covered in moisturizer. This is what always happens, and my hair is making me so hot. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my Tartelette and Bloom palette. This little cutie. I really like this palette still. I don't know how I feel about Tarte these days, you know, ever since they did the whole Shape Tape foundation debacle, I was like, wow, they're like a really inclusive brand, you know. But it's not like anyone is sending me any products. So it's not like I'm like, oh, not sponsored. Like, I think it's pretty fairly obvious I'm not sponsored. Like, that's not why I'm doing this. The reason why I started a YouTube channel is because I love, love, love makeup, and I do it all the time anyway. Oh, I'm just going in with Jet Setter very messily in my crease. And I'm like, I have all this downtime right now, so like, why don't I get started? And then when I start dental school, I think it'll be fun for me to keep it up. Because the way I see it, you know, in college, like, you have all these orgs and stuff that you're a part of. At least I was. Like, I was always kind of doing 1,000 things at once. You know, I really never had any free time in college, and I really liked it that way. You know, I had 2 majors, and I was in a bunch of orgs, and I was an RA, so there's just a lot going on there. I'm just building up more in my crease. And I'm looking at this mirror, sorry. So you kind of always have stuff going on, but in dental school, you're really just studying dentistry, which is a lot, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm like a little nervous about it. So I think it'll be fun to kind of have YouTube on the side and to be doing something that I'm really passionate about, because I just love makeup. And I've always kind of been doing people's makeup on the side. That's why I'm really excited to start getting people on my channel. I'm really trying to get my sister on my channel so I can film with her, but she's busy. Hopefully we can get that done sometime this week so that you all can see, like, because I think it's a different process when you're doing your makeup versus other people's makeup. I'm putting Smarty Pants in my crease now, this like very loved brown shade. But yeah, that's why I'm just like, I should just post as much as possible at the moment, see if I can get kind of like a little baby following going, you know, all 21 of you, which I'm so appreciative of. There we go, I can speak. So when, by the time I get started, you know, I gotta have something going and I can kind of start getting into a routine. Because right now, you might see videos from me like 3-4 times a week, because what else am I doing? You know, every dental student told me like not to do anything this summer because, you know, the next 4 years of my life are gonna be like non-stop. But I wanted to do something fun that I wanted to be doing like for a long time. But in college it was like really hard to get together because like I was in a dorm for 4 years because I was an RA. But now I'm home, so it's easier. I'm adding Rebel into my crease right there. I am really excited for dental school to start. I'd wanted to be a dentist since I was in 2nd grade, and I kind of just really set my mind to it, and I think that's kind of weird for kids. I just really liked my dentist when I was a kid, so it just kind of inspired me. And then when I got older, I was like, huh, what does this actually mean? You know, started doing a lot of shadowing. Honestly, that's like the only way that you can figure out what you actually want to do, you know? I don't believe anyone that says they want to do something unless they've actually tried to do it. You know, if you've never like tried it or seen someone, then like, what are you saying? I just built up more Rebel, and I think that's like a pretty good base. I don't want to go too dark. So I'm gonna move on to another thing. So yeah, I just did a ton of shadowing, a ton of like hospital volunteering in like the dental department, and then that's kind of how like you get it going. I'm in the Tarte, what's this called? Foil Finger Paints palette. This is like my newest palette purchase, and I really, really like it. I know I just said that. I don't know how I feel about Tarte as a brand. This was before all this stuff, but this is really cool because they're all cream shadows. And I bought this. I also bought the Stila shadows, those ones that everyone talks about, the Magnificent Metal ones, before I bought this, because I got a Sephora gift card for my birthday. And the Stila ones like really irritated my eyes, and I was so sad because everyone's obsessed with those. So then I had to return that, and I bought this, and I love this. But if the Stila ones don't irritate your eyes, get the Stila ones. And I'm just gonna go in with this lightest color. I think it's called Gold Coast, just with like my ring finger, and I'm just gonna pat that all over my lid. But yeah, you know, like it's a long road, you know, from like wanting to do something and actually doing it. I guess like there's like a lot of milestones, you know, taking the DAT and then applying and like interviewing. Like that definitely, I would not want to ever do that again if I had to. So I definitely feel for all my friends right now who are still applying or like to med school. Like it's not a fun time, and I definitely have a lot of people in that boat. But once you get past it, then you're kind of just chilling like me, waiting for it all to get started. I'm gonna go grab a makeup wipe. I'll be right back. My favorite makeup wipes, by the way, are the simple ones. I get them in big packs from like Costco. I'm just gonna clean up under my eyes now and kind of make more of a V shape, and I just clean off my finger since I got everything blended. Alright, I'm gonna move on to my face now that everything's like set. I don't use a primer, right, because I don't wear creams, but you know, now's your time to put on your primer and whatnot. My favorite primer when I work on people is if they need pore filling. I usually, you know, because if I have to bring it myself, I usually just get a drugstore. I know I really like the Baby Skin by Maybelline, and it's going with Wowder. And I really like the Porefessional if I'm not going drugstore for pore filling. But otherwise, I just like to pick up that Wet n Wild Photo Focus one. It's kind of like almost lotion-y, but I feel like it creates like a really good base for foundation. As you can see, I really prefer warm tones because I'm like very olive toned, you know, because she's Egyptian. Let me say it one more time. So cool tones on me kind of look crazy. But I have tried it. I don't know. It's not my preference. I think everyone's preference nowadays is warm tones, but it used to not be like that. Also, like, again, my sister, she only likes cool tones, which I think is very weird. And I'm constantly asking her to like put on some warm tones because I just think she looks kind of deadly. It's just a weird look to me on our skin tone, because like she's darker than I am, but we have a similar tone. I'm just going in with banana powder to brighten up a little bit. Gucci. And for highlight today, I'm gonna be using the Fenty Killawatt highlighter. This bad boy, and it's in the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. I'm gonna go in with like the brighter one, which I think is Fire Crystal, the one that's like more dipped in. I like to use the other one sometimes, but usually I like to go more blinding, as you all know. I do like the Hourglass one better, but I thought to like kind of try something else for y'all. This one is really pretty, like I'm not trying to dodge it. I just think the Hourglass one kind of sits a little bit better on my skin. And then I'm just gonna look into a mirror so I can do inner corner highlight too. And I just like to do that with my finger. I don't think it's always necessary to have to pull out more brushes and you have to clean them. And oh, I have a mirror in here, no kidding. Damn, thank you. Honestly, and like not to sound weird because like y'all know like I'm nothing, but I never really understood why all the YouTubers would always talk about why it mattered to them if there was mirrors and things. But now I kind of get it, because now I now always have somewhere to look. It is kind of helpful when there's like little mirrors everywhere. Okay, now I'm going to use Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, my favorite. I don't know if I can ever try another bronzer again. This is just, it just blends so well. And for someone who doesn't wear foundation, like that's super important, because most things only blend well if you already have a base down. I used to really like the Balm bronzer. I forget what it's called. I think maybe the Bahama Mama. But after a while, it just started to get really patchy on me. And I don't know if maybe if mine like kind of started going bad. But that has more of a cool tone undertone to it. See, this is why I can't do my brows until the end, because I always kind of go like right where my brow is. I don't really understand how people can do their brows first. I feel like don't you just kind of mess them up and then you have to do them again anyway? Like it must be like a thing. Because I don't really mind doing my brows, probably because I don't do much to them. Like people who spend like a long time on their brows, like isn't that exhausting? Now I'm going into blush. I'm using Burt's Bees blush in, what is this called? Bare Peach. I want to get the Toasted Cinnamon one that Kathleen Lights is always talking about, but when I saw it in person, I honestly passed up on it because it just looked too brown. But it always looks so nice on her, so maybe I should go back and get it, because Bare Peach seems like more like my speed. These ones like you really have to build up though, because y'all know I love blush, so for me it just like never feels like enough. Y'all are probably like, oh Becky, like you really went in on that one, but I can't really tell if we're being honest. Because I don't have like a monitor, I'm just looking in like the little thing from the camera, so it's really just, I'm guessing. And then I look back at this and I'm like, oh okay, that's what I looked like. I finished watching Scandal, and I gotta be honest, I don't know if people still watch Scandal, and I think that this was the last season, but I did not like it. If this was the last season, it kind of makes sense, because I feel like they're trying to like make it so bad that people are sick of it, but like it was just nothing happened. Maybe there were a couple episodes and I'm like, oh, okay, like, yeah, sure, this is like the normal drama that you're used to. But then otherwise, I'm just like, this is so boring. I'm just gonna take a couple of those crease shades and put it on my lower lash line. I'm just like, I cannot handle this. On the other hand, though, I finally watched the second season of Riverdale, and that was really good. I was like, I think I like this better than the first season. Because the first season, the whole time I was like, is this a show or is this a joke? And people got really mad at me, but I thought it was like a parody. Like they were so bad at acting. But now I'm like, oh, okay, I think they did like a better job. They finally got it together, you know, like they know what they're doing now. Good for them. And it was like really good. But Scandal, I was like, oh, Kerry Washington, like this is not good. Like you need to figure it out. I decided though, I really only like watching things like on Netflix, like all together. I forgot my eyelash curler. I'm gonna go grab my eyelash curler, and then I'm gonna put on my mascara off camera, and then I'll be right back with my mascara on. Okay, I'm back. I also did my brows because I felt like this video is becoming 1,000 years long. And I'm gonna set my face. I really like to use the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I don't like to use this every day because it's a little bit strong, but when I want my makeup to last, like today, I'm gonna use it. So good. And then for lips, I'm just gonna put on some Fenty Gloss Bomb because I don't really want too much on my lips today. I was out of focus. Sorry about it. And that's it. Yep, that's the look. It's pretty chill, pretty like soft glam, all with just like with the 2 palettes. And honestly, you could probably do it with the 1 palette. I just really like kind of how wet like the cream shadow looks, so that's why I popped into that other palette. But that's it. Let me know if you like this style of video. Probably next time you'll see me, I'll be with someone else, but maybe not. We'll see. That's it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.